All right. Pretty cool. What do you have here?
I have a signed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie poster.
The 9th film from Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino actually loved film so much that he worked at a video store. The kind of video store where you had a little sign that says, "Please be kind and rewind."
I'm at the pawn shop today to sell my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood signed movie poster. The poster was rolled, never folded. I purchased the poster on an online auction a couple of years ago. It was already autographed and framed, and it came with a COA that authenticates the autographs. My asking price today is $6,000.
Pretty cool. Quentin Tarantino's legacy goes all the way back to 1992. He wrote the scripts for True Romance and for Natural Born Killers. He sold the script True Romance so that he could fund Reservoir Dogs, which came out shortly after that. And it kind of started his catapult into success. It gave Quentin Tarantino the spotlight, and he was able to release Pulp Fiction 2 years later, which was his, masterpiece. This is a really good movie.
Yeah, this one was my favorite.
So it looks like it's signed. Who's it signed by?
Margot Robbie, Quentin Tarantino, right there's Pitt, and Leonardo.
I noticed a piece of paper on the back that said Beckett. Is that authenticating the autographs?
Correct.
It's definitely a cool poster. Do you have a price in mind?
I'd start at $6,000.
I'd have a concern that that might be a little too much because it is a newer movie, but you might have a lot going with these 4 signatures here. What I'd like to do is have someone take a look at the movie poster and make sure it's legit.
Sounds good.
I also would like to take a picture of the signatures. I do know the signatures are real. They're authenticated back there by Beckett, but I'd like to send a picture to my autograph guy, Steve Grad, kind of figure out the value of these signatures.
Sounds great.
All right, give me just a minute and I'll let you know what's going on.
Sounds good. Thanks.
A guy came into the shop with a movie poster from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, signed by the actors and Quentin Tarantino, and he would like $6,000. I have Andrew England on his way over to make sure the poster is legit and just not something that could be bought at a store.
How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you.
How's it going?
Hello, chum.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know you know the movie.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino, and this is his most recent film.
I know this is supposed to be late 60s, early 70s, but I'm getting an 80s vibe from it.
Absolutely. It doesn't quite look as old as maybe it's supposed to be. What's great about it is we've departed from this with modern movie poster advertising. They're usually just photographic, but this is clearly illustrated, inspired by Stephen Chorney, very talented artist. So yeah, I get an 80s vibe too.
So the cool thing about this poster is it's signed by Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Quentin Tarantino. I text Steve to get a value on the autographs.
Right.
I'm imagining that's where most of the value comes in for this poster.
Yeah.
This is a pretty new movie poster, so I'm hoping that this just wasn't picked up at the mall and autographed.
It looks authentic to me. It's a rolled format. The paper doesn't look super high finish that you would see with a store-bought poster. This is after the size reduction of movie poster standard, but it's also nicely framed. So that was a good touch too. This looks like the theatrical release.
The million-dollar question, what kind of value do you think this would pull?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a million-dollar question. It's almost brand new. At the moment, the poster, unframed, unsigned, is probably worth $150.
Okay.
But it will hold that value. It's not gonna go down, It's a popular film, it's got signatures on it, which is working for you. So over time, it's gonna appreciate, but just currently, it's accessible.
Okay, well, we got to hear back from Steve Grad, because I don't think you want to go off that price having the signatures on it.
No, I do not.
All right, well, thanks, Andrew.
My pleasure, anytime. Take care, guys.
All right, so Andrew said everything I wanted to hear, and this is probably Steve here. It is. Let me just read this real quick. Steve is saying that he's seen these before, and he believes that the production had a bunch of them signed and given out as gifts. He's saying it's closer to $1,500, and that would be for the autographs on there. I would love to buy it from you. Are you interested in hearing my offer?
I don't think so on this one. My wife likes it more than I do, and she'd probably be mad at me if I sold it for that. So.
All right, well, you let her know that I'll buy it for $800.
I'll call you.
Thank you.
You bet.
Have a good day.
You too.